to join us here in studio. Tim, thanks so much
for
hanging.
Good to be here with my peeps.
I like the combo. I like the combo on the suit, Legs. I ain't gonna lie.
Always looking sharp. And it's good to have you here, Tim, because it's been about 24 hours, just about, since the NBA trade deadline. And we haven't gotten a chance to hear who your biggest winner is that you're keying in on.
Big winner for me is the Indiana Pacers. You get Zubac. I'm sorry. That, for me, is the biggest win, particularly when, if you make the assumption next year you're going to get Halliburton back healthy, right? I know that's maybe a big assumption because that's a serious injury. But if you can make that assumption, when you pair him with Pascal Siakam and now you have Zubac, when you start talking about big threes and particularly how it relates to the Eastern Conference, the Indiana Pacers immediately inject themselves right back into the conversation as a team that potentially can make it all the way to the NBA Finals. I know they gave up some pieces they really liked. They gave up some picks as well. Bobby's more about those picks. I know how much he values those, but you give up Benedict Mathurin, I know that's a lot. Isaiah Jackson, those guys matter. When you have a talent like Zubac, I'm sorry, you put him with Halliburton and Siakam, Perk, they're right there in the mix again at the top of the East.
You miss me, huh?
I saw Malika looking at you a certain way. So
Legs, I miss you, brother. But I got the Pacers, out of all the moves that was made yesterday, you know where I'm going.
Well, we know for you it's the Knicks.
You damn right it's the Knicks. It's the Knicks. I mean, think about it. They made a small move, but an important move when they went out and got Jose, but they didn't have to make a move. You know why? Because the Bucks didn't trade Giannis. So now they're playing with house money.
Well, let's see if you agree maybe then on the biggest loser
Tim
Let me see.
Who
are you looking at saying, oh, I can't quite get there?
I don't think he's going to agree with me on this because it's not necessarily anything relevant to right now this year because of the season they've had. But I'm looking at the Sacramento Kings. I'm sorry. I'm looking at a team.
They've been losing, Legs.
You're right, which is exactly why you don't jettison off any parts. Right? You got a team full of veteran guys, and you are basically have the same exact team that's led to 12 wins to this point in the season. I'm just shocked that there wasn't some movement. I know they tried to get into talks for Sabonis, that was not able to be something that they got done.
Right.
But I'm just looking at a team with all that veteran talent, and you've got 12 wins, last place in the Western Conference, and you don't do anything, you're just going to stand pat for the rest of the season. And really the future as well doesn't look too good in Sacramento.
There's a phrase we use in the front office, Legs. If you want to dance, you got to have a dance partner. And there was nobody willing to dance with the Sacramento Kings yesterday.
See, I thought he was going to say if you want to dance, you got to have a dance party. And I guess Sacramento also didn't have that. The thing about the deadline, though, there's still business to be handled around the league. Business as usual, games to be played. So let's turn now to some news out of the Lakers game against the 76ers here because Luka Dončić limped off of the court. It was late in the second quarter, and he didn't return. Now, the Lakers, they initially described Dončić's injury as left leg soreness, but after the win, J.J. Redick said that Dončić will undergo an MRI on his left hamstring on Friday. So our senior writer, Dave McMiniman, was at the game, and he joins us now. It's Friday. The MRI is today. What more do we know here, Dave?
Yeah, we don't have the MRI results yet, but you see Luka limp off the court as he's making his way to the tunnel. He kicks the score table in frustration, hunches over in pain. He was limping out of the arena as well at the end of the night. What we know is that there's optimism that it's not a major injury thus far from Luka's camp. But I am told, according to sources, he's doubtful to play tomorrow, Saturday, the marquee game against the Golden State Warriors. And so it's the story of the Lakers season. You get Austin Reeves back. He is fantastic against the Sixers. As soon as that happens, you're missing Luka Dončić for we don't know how long of a period of time.
But at least it is looking like we're not going to see Luka Dončić coming up in this game this weekend here. Of course, we know the All-Star break and the All-Star game is around the corner. You have to wonder how long this is going to extend and if it could bleed into that weekend, right?
Yeah, we put it as TBD for now, right? But at least there's some level of optimism, not a major injury he's dealing with. But it was a hamstring. That's tricky, and that could be, days or a week or so. We just don't know yet.
Okay, so initial sigh of relief, but we'll hang on to get more information. In the meantime, though, there was still a game left to be played here for the Los Angeles Lakers. So how would it turn out without Luka the rest of the way? Let's pick it up, Mr. Windhorst. Under a minute left in the half here. Joel Embiid, he was looking pretty good.
He had another great game. He is stacking these up like his MVP season.
Third. Embiid hits that midi again here, Legs.
Man, just a touch on a guy that big, it really defies logic. He has been doing this now for quite a while. Staying upright, too.
I thought you were going to say defies gravity, giving me some Cynthia Erivo here. He had 35 in this one, but Austin Reeves had himself a game, Bobby.
35 in 25 minutes. How about that line?
He was unconscious down the stretch here, Perk.
Should have been an all-star.
Well, you know, the games played probably had a little something to do with that. But to your point, 35 points, 25 minutes. That is the first Laker to do that since stats were tracked back in 85. LeBron James turning back the clock there, 17 and 10 for him. Tyrese Maxey, though, gets inside, crafty, gets the tough finish there, Legs.
Beautiful right there. Great body control. Tyrese Maxey, all-star starter for a reason.
Well, Rui Hachimura, though, underneath for the jam to ice it. Watch him here. Gets that one to go. The Lakers get the big win. Let's take a listen to J.J. Redick on Austin Reeves and the game that he had.
We're just going to keep him on a 25-minute limit if he's going to score 35. I mean, he was unbelievable tonight, and it's just his drives. I know he made threes tonight and hit a couple that were pretty incredible, but you know his drives and his thrust got to the free throw line, but just got in the paint and made plays and scored at the rim. It was great to see.
There was that uh-oh moment for like half a second there when we saw LeBron threw it to VJ Edgecombe, who hit the three. But the Lakers, once again, it seems like they are living on the edge and they do life best in clutch time. They're 15-2 in clutch time games this season. And you see the point differential. They got to win those games because they're just +10. But Perk, on our prep call, you were fired up about this game. Why is that?
Well, because I thought it was the best win for the Lakers this season, especially coming off a long road trip. You talking about, not having, less than 48 hours of rest. That tests your mentality, physically and mentally. But it was that damn Austin Reeves for me, right? A guy that should have been an all-star this year, but one of the most prolific elite scorers in the game, one of the best pick-and-roll players in the game, as we see right there. His ability to go from slow to fast, dissect it, and utilize the screen. Here it goes again. He sees Joel Embiid in that drop coverage. Hell of a screen up top by Jared Vanderbilt. Now all of a sudden he know that Joel Embiid is dead bird, tall grass. He get downhill, finishes at the basket.
My favorite part of saying.
But seriously, and that's the thing, right? If the Lakers are going to continue to make any noise, it's going to be, yes, Luka, but Austin Reeves is that second option. He is that Robin. He is the one that gives them that extra and that swag, in my opinion.
Such a strong win. The Philly had won 5 straight games. They've been out here on the West Coast all week just slamming whoever they played. Embiid has been playing great. When they see the Lakers and they see a team that has struggled with athleticism, that backcourt, Maxey and Edgecombe just want to attack it. This was a game was going to be hard to win, and the Lakers got it done with defense, actually. They really defended down the stretch, and frankly, we've been on the Lakers' defense all season, rightly so. Over the last 10 games, the Lakers have been defending better. They've been giving themselves more chance, and that's what happened last night.
2 players that stood out last night, besides Austin Reeves.
Right.
Jared Vanderbilt, Maxey Kleber. Those guys defended last night. I thought the speed guards with Edgecombe and Maxey were going to run them out of the building. I was ready to go back to my hotel room in a halftime here and go to sleep.
In your hoodie?
Yeah, in my hoodie. But those guys came out and defended. It kind of breathed some life, and then you see Austin hit some shots, and that, as Perk said, probably the best win of the year.
All right, well, here's what I saw.
He said, excuse me, I got to get up for this one.
Yep. So I love that we're talking about Austin Reeves and his three-point shooting, how great he was in 25 minutes offensively as an aggressive scorer. But what I want to talk about is the action that the Lakers ran that really gave the Sixers trouble with these ghost screens. And they went to this in the fourth quarter. As you can see, 4-point game, 8.5 minutes to go. It's basically winning time at this point. So we started right here. And I'm going to stop it because I want you to first focus on the weak side right here. Take a look at Jared Vanderbilt. Like, he's already seeing an opportunity to make a dive. That is going to come into play later in this possession. This is just sort of token action. They're not really trying to get anything out of this. They're trying to get into this when they run these ghost screens. And this is what was giving the Sixers a lot of trouble. As you can see right here, a ghost screen, basically, you're going to see Marcus Smart come out, fake the screen, and immediately pop out, flare out to the three-point line as LeBron brings it across here. What they're trying to do, and the only thing that they're trying to do, see if they can get 2 on the ball and then reverse it to Marcus Smart. It's exactly what happens, but watch the next part of this. As Marcus Smart catches the basketball, Edgecombe, great job rotating for the weak side, but here's now what you have to watch. What else is going on the weak side of the floor? You got another shooter right here. And defensively, this is a long closeout. So we're going to try to get a jump start on that right now. It's going to be a very hard closeout to the three-point line. And then right behind that, you're going to see Vanderbilt dive right behind that closeout. And as a result, There's the feed. You got 3 playing 2 on the perimeter. Vanderbilt gets the cut. It all started because of LeBron's ability to command 2 on the basketball. Second play, same exact action, different personnel. This time, as you get deeper into the set, you can see they've expanded the lead a little bit at this point. This is going to be Austin Reeves now running the same ghost screen action. You want to get an empty side, and now here comes Austin Reeves. He's going to come out right here, and he's going to set a ghost screen. No screen, flare out to the 3-point line. LeBron's got the ball in this area of the floor. You're now going to get decisions made on the weak side, and it causes confusion as I stop it right here. 2 on the ball. They're not sure if Edgecombe was going to come right here on this closeout. Was he going to come from the weak side? He decides to stay home. As a result, Austin Reeves able to get a wide open look, knock down the 3-point shot. I thought Perk talked about, these guys talked about their defense and Austin Reeves. I just thought their execution late and their intent with the ball and how they knew exactly what they wanted to get caused a lot of confusion for the Sixers, and the Lakers were able to close this out, playing great on both ends of the floor in the fourth quarter.
And now for the Lakers, it's going to be a matter of how many games can they continue to string together with their big 3, if you will, because once again, now they're facing some time without Luka Dončić, and that has been the story of the Los Angeles Lakers season. Let's move on to a Texas-sized showdown.
Where everything is bigger.
Victor Wembanyama, Cooper Flag, a little duel in Dallas in this one, Brian. So under 5 minutes left in the first. Flag working his way into the paint, finishes emphatically.
Do you guys know how hot of an offensive streak Cooper Flag is on right now?
How hot, Wendy?
So hot.
Welcome for that, Internet. Victor Wembanyama working his way inside. And then 2 minutes later, Wemby passes it to Carter Bryant, back to Wemby. Little oop. No lobs too high for him. And then Flag working on De'Aaron Fox here. He spins, rolls, wild shot, and yet somehow legs, he gets it to go.
Absolutely. He's got great balance, and he's just so confident when he gets matchups against smaller players.
Oh, my God.
That's confidence. Right there, Perk.
I mean, and that is against a elite defensive team, by the way.
Zips inside once again.
Over
How hot?
Floater.
That was high. Hot and high.
Start of the fourth quarter here. Castle passes it to Wemby in the lane. Easy dunk. Their connection, it remains so strong. And then 4 minutes left in the fourth here. Fox passes it to Castle, knocks it down. Castle extends the Spurs lead here. Finishing touches. Wemby passes it to Fox. Fox in the corner, icing the game. The Spurs go on to win this 135-123. And Cooper Flag, I'm going to say he's been in a flow state, Ryan, right?
Whatever you want.
In a flow state on the court as of late. He's playing at a level we haven't seen by any rookie since Michael Jordan in 1985. Coop, MJ, they're the only rookies in the last 45 seasons to have 4 straight games with 30 points and 5 rebounds. Brian, what adjective are we going with to describe Cooper Flag here?
He's also scored the most points in 4 games since Iverson.
That's not an adjective, but I like it.
He is doing it at both ends of the court as well. And guess what's most important? The Mavericks are losing. They've lost 6 games in a row, which is important because they're going to get a draft pick this year.
Perk's shaking his head.
I know who Cooper Flag is, right? He's living up to the hype. The other side of things is real quick. Victor Wembanyama, he refused to let us put him in the box. Right, like people was complaining that we want him to go more inside, but he took those tray balls yesterday and he's knocking them down. He's a prime example of me. While everybody else is going, no, here's why. Because while everybody else is going right, I typically go left, and that's what he does.
Victor Wembanyama is the prime example of Kendrick Perkins. That is not a sentence I thought I would hear this Friday, but I am oh so happy that I did. Still to come here on NBA Today. Hey, Brian, when was the last time we said, how about them Hornets?
1999?
Well, they're creating some buzz.
It's been that long.
Did they take a step forward? Yeah, it just about has. Plus, frustrations. They boiled over in Texas.
Oh.
And it looks like we may have a problem. Don't miss Ime Udoka's unfiltered response after their game against Charlotte. And the beard, legs, he's in the land. So I think this is a task for the big board. You're going to show us the one of the biggest moves and how it's going to look when he takes the floor for the Cavaliers. We'll be right back.
Since the dawn of time, man has been plagued by itch and irritation from not wiping clean. What man didn't realize is that wetter cleans better. See how Wet Dude Wipes completely clears while Dry TP smears? Ditch the itch and switch to Wet Extra Large Dude Wipes for the best clean, pants down.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein, Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
Keiko thought she was an insomniac, but actually, she was just a workaholic. You were made to take time off. We were made to save you time with easy-to-book packages. Expedia, made to travel.
Real cocktails, perfectly mixed. Cutwater.
Now, when you get a Jimmy John's sandwich, you can add any bag of chips and a drink for only $1. You know, 4 quarters, 10 dimes, or 1 jillion pennies if you love counting. Whatever, $1. You get it. Jimmy John's. Oh, that's good.
My taxes pay for these roads. What I get back goes to my family. Straight Talk always offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers. Straightforward, always.
No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises. And now plans starting at just $25 a month.
If you feel like you're on the wrong road with your finances, Credit Karma can help you push through to a better place. With personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma, proud partner of Team USA.
The NBA is happening now on ABC and the ESPN app. And right now, this season is unpredictable. The East is wide open, while the West challenges the Thunder. We know this rookie class is special. This MVP race is tight, and this crew is the best. So for Inside, Primetime, Showcase, Finals, and everywhere in between, there's one place to call home. Saturday Primetime, Rockets, Thunder, Warriors, Lakers on ABC.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I did not check my outfit before meeting my girlfriend's family. Checking Allstate first was an excellent plan. Not checking which team my girlfriend rooted for? Yeah, not great. So check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds. Ex-girlfriend.
All right, we'll get back to you.
Awesome.
Thanks, Ben. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
What? Why did I say that?
Goldfish have short memories. Be like goldfish.
Crushed it.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Discover why critics are roaring for Send Help.
Ready?
We're not in the office anymore.
Send Help, rated R, now playing.
You're watching NBA Today.
Well, we better start calling them the Buzz City Killers. They swarmed the Rockets in Houston last night. Here's what happened. The Hornets haven't won 8 straight games since. Anybody? Anybody? Well, I'll tell you. Just over
1999.
Just over 4 minutes left in the first quarter. The Hornets up. Con Knipple kicks it to LaMelo Ball. They're really finding something here, Legs.
Wait, not to sound old, but I was in the league the last time that happened. Yeah, they are finding something. What they're finding is a lot of confidence, and they've got a lot of talent, and they're starting to play well together.
Knipple works inside, makes the jumper. Hornets up big in this one. 4.5 minutes to go in the third. Now the Hornets up by 10. Ball hits the contested 3 over Amen Thompson.
All for one leg.
20 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. The Hornets get their 8th straight win. And yes, Brian, it's the first time since 2000. You heard that right. It has been 26 years since the Hornets won this many games in a row. It's how they've been getting it done, though, right? They have a top 3 defense during that stretch. They're holding teams to just under 103 a night. Bobby, exactly how good is this starting lineup for the Hornets?
How about 14-1 good? When you look at LaMelo Ball, Con Knippel, Brandon Miller, Moussa Diabate, Miles Bridges, 14-1 good. You know the one thing real quick?
You have to learn the moose. That's what the cool kids do.
The moose? Bobby, come on, we got to see it.
The one thing on Charlotte, they've been managing LaMelo's minutes really good. He's on pace to play the fewest minutes in his career, and he's on pace to play the most games since 2021-22.
And there was some
They
questions.
have managed his body really nice there.
There were some questions about how it was going to look when he was coming off the bench for a stretch there. What was that move?
The moose.
Oh, we got to learn how to do the moose.
Everybody just learn it. That
Learn
Legs, you're going to be there for the playoffs. You better get ready for that.
Got to learn the moose. What's impressed you most, Legs?
Oh, I think, for me, more than anything, is the fact they've got 4 different guys on any given night that can go off offensively. And now that you have a rookie like Knippel that's playing this well immediately right out of the gate, so you've got this explosive offensive ability, and I think that's what they were prior to, like, this stretch. It was that. This guy would carry him for a quarter, this guy. Now, with this winning that's taking place, the way they're sharing the basketball, there's a belief that is there now that when they take the court, they're coming out there to do damage, and they've got the perfect guy in the middle in Diabate. All he does is rim run, play hard. You never need to run anything for him. He's the perfect complementary piece to go in the middle around all of that scoring and talent. It's fun to watch a young team when they, like, finally see it in their eyes. Yep. Like, hey, wait a second, we're pretty good. Why not now? That's how they're playing.
When they started this season 4-14, they were going to sell. That's what they were looking. They were having conversations to sell players. Instead, they bought. And what a perfect addition, Kobe White. He is going to fit in exactly to what they do. They didn't have to pay much for him, a couple of second-round picks. He plays fast. They play fast. He'll fit in. He's from North Carolina. Perfect addition by them.
Well, on the other side of this one was the Houston Rockets. Let's take a listen together to Ime Udoka on how the Hornets targeted their defense here.
What have you noticed in the last 2 games? It looks like teams are starting to try to hunt Alpi on defense and put him in those pick-and-roll situations.
It's been the case since I've been here, so no different there.
So Ime did not hold back on Şengün's defense. So let's look at the numbers. When he's on the court, the Rockets' defense, statistically good, but it actually improves to being the 2nd best mark in the league with him off of the court. And I hear Detective Perkins is on the case.
I'm Kendrick Perkins, better known as Big Perk, and nothing gets past me. Freeze! Just when you thought it did get past me, there I am. I spy a problem. I spy it all. Carry the hell on. Hello, world, and happy Friday. Look, I'm not the only one that's spying a problem right now. Damn it, Houston, you have a problem. And your problem is that your big man, Alfred Şengün, will not get down and slide those puppies and be a defender. I want you to look right here. First of all, the first thing is the communication wasn't there. So he didn't alert Amen Thompson to be in the ice position. Now, all of a sudden, you got everybody in the scramble. And this is not effort. This is fool's gold right here. Walking around on defense, hanging his head because he knows it started with him. Here's another example. Got the corner filled up, ice freeze. He's already burned. Look at his legs. Look at his position. He's not square. He's not even thinking about stopping Con Knippel from getting to the paint. And look at the frustration from Kevin Durant right there. He's telling them, man, your ass got to play some defense. And without Steven Adams, a guy that cover up so many mistakes, Alfred Şengün is going to have to be better, especially in the Western Conference where you're going to have to see a guy like Victor Wembanyama or Jokic or those fast guys on the perimeter.
Especially because the Rockets did not make a move at the deadline, but now they're one day removed here, Perk.
I took the watch off and I went into the layup.
Well, we have our fabulous Wheel of the East.
You know what they call me here? Vanna Black, baby.
Grown man spin.
Welcome to our NBA trade deadline film room.
Oh, I do have details,
Okay.
Malika.
I would not have traded him if I were the Clippers.
Oh, we have the first Brian Clapp of the show.
Hello, world. You know what time it is.
Is this self-proclaimed Marvelous Chest Shut, or this is somebody?
People
that told me.
We're going to have a fascinating summer.
This is not the period at the end of the sentence. This is not trade deadline, period. This is trade deadline, ellipses.
Well, period or ellipses, we do know another trade deadline is in the books. 73 players on the move. Guys like Tyus Jones, Mike Conley Jr., they were moved actually a couple of times here. It looks like Conley's going to be headed back to his old team, the Timberwolves. 27 teams agreed to deals. Only the Spurs, the Rockets, and the Heat decided to stay pat. So, with all that movement, we take a look at some of the biggest moves, shall we? Let's start with the Cavaliers and Clippers. They swapped guards. James Harden heads east. Darius Garland heads to L.A., a second-round pick as well. Cleveland looking to have Harden help stretch their run into the postseason. And the Clippers getting a little bit younger here. And the Wizards added Anthony Davis to their team in a 9-player deal. It ends his Mavericks tenure. Davis will now be paired with Trae Young in Chocolate City and look to lead an interesting group there, probably more for next season. And the Jazz, they got a big man in Jaren Jackson Jr. for a package that included 3 first-round picks. Walter Clayton Jr. and then Jackson Jr. spent the first 7.5 seasons, of course, of his career in Memphis. And then speaking of front court players, the Pacers. How about Indiana? They poached Ivica Zubac from the Clippers for Ben Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, 2 first-round picks, and they fill a hole left by Miles Turner in the offseason. What happens next, though? Brian Windhorst. He has the forecast. It is time for Windy Watch.
All right, let's stay here in Los Angeles with the Clippers because, okay, they traded Zubac. That was quite a move. They got 2 really good picks for it. So the question is, what's next now? Okay, does Kawhi Leonard become a player on the market in the summer? Now, there's a lot of questions to answer. How do the Clippers finish this season? What happens with the aspiration investigation? Does he get touched by that? Is it going to be over with? Would Kawhi Leonard be looking to him for a contract extension? All of these things are at play, but I think teams are asking this question because this could end up being a very impactful player with the way he's playing right now. All right, let's stay out here on the West Coast because even though they're from Cleveland, they're out here. And tonight they play a second return game where their new Kings players go back to Sacramento. Obviously, they were not planning on making this move. You want to know how I know? They wouldn't have spent all that money putting up that billboard in the LeBron spot of the core 4. They brought it down to make room for the James Harden of it all. Now, Harden is in there, but really this is a move that is just as much about Donovan Mitchell. They wanted to maximize not their core 4 as much anymore. They wanted to maximize number 45. Harden comes in there, plays alongside him. Their new guards also help him out. Okay, let's go back east to the Memphis Grizzlies. Very interesting comments today by Zach Kleiman, the general manager of the Grizzlies. When he was asked directly about whether Ja Morant would play again this season, he refused to commit to it and said it will be a medical evaluation. He has an elbow injury, not a knee injury. He has played 8 games since November 15th. This is interesting, Malika, because I think the only way they can trade Ja is if he rehabilitates his image on the court as a player. Forget about off-the-court stuff, and I don't know if that's going to happen or how much it's going to happen. All right, now let's go north to Milwaukee. The Bucks have made it clear they want to keep Giannis. Okay, so the question is, what do you do to keep Giannis past this season? The way you do it starts with getting a good draft pick. Here's the thing. They've been 500 when he's played. They're 9 games under 500 when he doesn't play. Are they going to bring him back when he gets healthy from this latest calf injury, or are they going to shut him down for the season to increase the chances of their draft pick? If they play him, it will hurt their team, probably. I know that sounds not intellectually sound, but that is probably what would happen. So that is an interesting thing to watch.
That is certainly an interesting thing to watch, as are those comments from Zach Kleiman. As we say hello to our friend, Mark Spears, who joins us on the desk as well. Mark, I know you and I are both interested. Legs, we haven't gotten a chance to hear from you in this whole Giannis saga, particularly as he continues to deal with this knee injury. What do you think? Should the Bucks play him later in the season or try to improve their draft lot?
I think to Wendy's point, I mean, does it really behoove them to win? And you see teams in this situation all the time in the NBA. This is different because of Giannis Antetokounmpo, one of the faces of the league, right? You want to see him out there playing. But to Wendy's point, I mean, you have to think about the best way to be able to attract him to think about staying there. And with a loaded top of this draft class, that would be the way to go about doing it.
It's the Ryan Rollins show. That's what I'm expecting the rest of the way. Yeah. He's actually played quite well with Giannis out, 20 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. This is a guy that scored more points this season than he has in his previous 4 seasons. And so with Giannis being out, keep him out. I'm with Wendy on it.
Well, also, calves are tricky, right?
Yeah, got the reason.
Right.
But Ryan Rollins should be an NBA, most improved player candidate. He's averaging 10 points more than he was a season. Really good story that no one's talking about.
Okay, so let's just say in a perfect world that they do get the draft pick that they want. That's still not saying championship to me. So it's, you know, it's not. If they go and get a high lottery pick, it's still going to take time for that player to come into the league.
They could get that pick and move that pick and try to bring in another player to pair with.
I don't just hear everybody. I don't hear too many players around the league that's just screaming saying they want to go play in Milwaukee.
Well,
that's just.
That's why you got to trade for him.
Huh?
That's why you got to trade for him or draft him.
Who? Who you going to trade for?
Well, how high's the pick?
No, I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, what, like at this point, when you look at all the top stars, all the quote-unquote real franchise guys, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Brunson, guys to that name, who is he going to trade? Who is Milwaukee? They're not giving that up.
Well, they need to know one thing before they do any of this. What happens on October 1st, right, as a deadline?
Well, he says he wants to attract star players. He attracts them by recommitting. If he wants to sign a contract, it'll be a wonderful celebration.
It'll be very, very simple.
Great draft, though.
It is an excellent draft. How about the biggest trade at the deadline? It was James Harden to the Cavaliers, but one Eastern Conference executive not so impressed by the move. Take a listen to this.
We like our chances in the East. We feel like we're in the mix with the top teams there. Obviously, we've got to prove that on the court. But, yeah, I'm just reiterating. Yeah, we were hoping to add, and we didn't add. So, but we still believe in this team. Like, it's still the team that people believed in. You know, folks have speculated on the improvements of our East competitors. I don't see it personally. I think all the teams you know, made moves at the deadline, but there weren't any needle movers, in my opinion.
There weren't.
If it's one executive that should not talk in front of the microphone, that's him.
There weren't any needle movers.
Malika, I need a Celtics-Cavs playoff series. Celtics-Cavs playoff series.
I mean, seriously, like, he's the prime example of what Wendy always say. Actions over words. We don't want to hear from you, Dale Moore, because obviously you weren't watching what was going on. The Detroit Pistons, they got better, meaning adding Kevin Huerter.
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't think this was about...
What was it about?
Oh,
it's only about one guy that ended up in Cleveland.
Yeah, I know it's personal, but you're going to have to see him, and he's ready to see you.
This was this close. If this had happened earlier this week, this would have been a part of our hit game, because y'all know what day it is?
What? It's Friday.
That's pretty interesting. Yes, Sasuke! What it do, baby? I got 5 kids!
I ain't scared of nobody.
It's on the ball!
Every basket I have to, like, earn with meat.
What? Damn.
Oh, that Kristaps quote will never not make me laugh. It's Friday, so let's have some fun. It's our hit game, Who Said That? We're going to take a look at some of the quotes that caught our attention and ask our esteemed contestants who said that. Bobby, you cheated last week,
I'm in jail.
Bobby cheated for a week.
Bobby.
We're giving Tim a chance because Perk is...
I'm just trying to get
I wasn't aware of the cheating.
Yeah. Here's a look at the current standings.
Nice, Wendy. Good work.
Wendy has a
No,
C,
I'm very lucky.
so we will allow him to go first this week.
All right.
Brian, who said this, quote, I had to have some wrong with me to get to this point. My dad was a psycho. Was it Kevin Love? Was it Peyton Pritchard? Or was it Mr. Murray?
It's an easy one.
It is? Oh, well, he just gave it. Well, I'm going to say Kevin Love then.
Was it, in fact, Kevin Love?
Perk just helped me.
I had to have something wrong with me to get to this point.
Was this on your podcast?
Like,
No.
my dad was a psycho.
My dad was a psycho, he said. So he broke a rim in, this was high school, Kevin Love did?
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Now that Bobby is suspended, I feel like I might be in trouble because Perk kind of helped.
No, that was Bobby's.
Oh, Bobby, you got punished.
That was a clear violation.
I didn't know you was punished.
All right,
Oh.
Legs, this one is for you. Who said this quote? We ain't beat Toronto since Bruce Lee died.
Oh,
Wake Bruce Lee's ass up. LaMelo Ball, Kuz, Ant.
That's a great reference for a young player, Anthony Edwards.
Was it, in fact, Anthony Edwards?
That was one of the quotes of the week.
We ain't beat Toronto since Bruce Lee died, T. Wait, Bruce Lee.
Well, we are 2 for 2, which means only one thing.
Means we're in trouble.
Yeah, it means the pressure is on for one Mr. Kendrick Perkins.
I'm just trying to get to 500.
He has never said, quote, sweet, healthy, easy, convenient. These aren't like normal grapes. These grapes are something different. I don't know where they get them. Who's eating grapes? Was it Jalen Duren, Hallie, or Michael Porter Jr.?
Michael Porter Jr. is not eating no type of grapes. Hallie, he played too much to even think about eating fruit. And that Jalen Duren got muscles in his neck. I know that's him.
Was it Jalen Duren who was eating some grapes? Well done.
Healthy, easy, convenient.
Look at all
these
those
aren't
grapes.
like normal grapes. And everybody, I'm not the only one who would say it. Everybody will tell y'all, like, these grapes are just something
He's like a
different. I don't
pound
know
of
where they
grapes
get
a day.
Grapes are getting a lot of airtime today, my friend.
I might try that diet.
All right, Perk, should we let Bobby back in on this one?
Yeah, let Bobby in.
There was a whole bunch of cheating.
This one's for everyone. Quote, young fella, we got to get you out of there, man. We got to get you warm. This team will be yours in a few years. Was it Bol Bol?
Please let it be Bol
Was it
Bol.
Charles Lee? Or was it Tari Eason?
Well, Tari Eason can't be calling nobody a young fella. He a young fella.
All right, so you're going with Bol Bol.
Nah,
You're going with Charles.
I'm going to go with Charles.
All right, was it head coach Charles Lee?
Young Charles.
We got to get you out there, man. We got to get you warm.
Oh.
Hey, this team is going to be yours in a few years, young fella.
Wait
Come
a
on, man.
minute. We can't be using on. This can't be from Mike's.
This is the young Jeff Green,
This
everybody.
game is getting salty.
Young legs. You got to shout out the OG.
Listen, some players are going to go to their grave with athleticism. Jeff Green is one of them.
Well, you know what? You were making sure that the young folks are getting their shout out and getting their time. And speaking of the OGs, making sure that we give them their time. Before we go, we wanted to shout out our longtime NBA producer, Tony Honkus. Tony, amazingly, it has been 25 years that he's been at ESPN. And today is his last day.
Shout out to Tony, man.
We love Tony.
My guy.
We wish him nothing but the best.
There you go.
And Tony has told us that similarly to NBA players, when you can't dunk anymore, that's when you go with the time.
Tony, I didn't know 25 years.
25 years. Tony,
quarter century.
I will say this. I am a better host for having worked with you, and I'm certainly a better person for having known you. Thank you for everything that you've done for this show, for the NBA Project, for all of us, and for everyone here at NBA Today. My goodness, we're going to miss you, my friend.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And he's from